I'm going to be trying one of these for the first time. Red Sox win 8-1 over the rival New York Yankees, and they clinch a series win and a season series win over New York at that. Pitching and hitting both working well today. Yesterday was the top of the order getting it done. Today it was the bottom of the order. Julio Urias getting it started, a grand slam in the second, making it 4-0. Connor Wong with the two-run shot. Pablo Reyes an RBI double, even though that's more of an error than a double. It won't be scored as an error, but it was a double. It got lost in the sun by Greg Allen, the left fielder, but it's an RBI nonetheless for Pablo Reyes, who's continued to come through for the Red Sox. Everyone remembers that grand slam against Kansas City, and since then, he's been one of the most consistent hitters in this lineup out of nowhere. Cutter Crawford, a dominant outing, 6 innings, 1 run, same as Bayo yesterday. And again, we know that this Yankees offense is not particularly threatening. Judge is the only hitter that scares me in the Yankees lineup. That's the problem. Judge is the only hitter that anytime he comes up, I'm actually nervous about something happening. But he got a solo home run, so, it's Judge. That's going to happen. He's just a good hitter. But other than that, nothing else. Just one hit outside of the Judge home run. No other extra base hits. 5 strikeouts for Crawford, so it wasn't blowing hitters away, but inducing a lot of weak contact. And sometimes that's just as good. Casas was a late scratch. Apparently he's got some kind of tooth issue, so hopefully whatever that is isn't going to sideline it for too long. So Turner had to play first base. Duvall ended up entering the game as DH. And everyone just hit the ball well. Everything was working today for the Red Sox. We're able to save the bullpen. We got Schreiber to pitch a 7th. We got Yovera to pitch the 8th and 9th. So we'll have the meat of our bullpen, especially Jansen, available as the Red Sox are going to go for a sweep tomorrow. And the Red Sox improved to 65-58. And it's really nice to get a win like that after losing a series to a Nationals team that's pretty crappy. I understand they're young and they're going to fight, but it's not a good Nationals team, and that's a series that you should win. And that's kind of the thing that had concerned me about the Red Sox, is that I'm concerned that they're just not going to win the games that they absolutely need to win. And with that includes the series 2 weeks ago against Toronto. My fear is that we're going to be in contention. We're going to be in a situation like this where we're going to be right in the mix for the final weekend of the season or something, and that we're going to blow it. We're going to be in control of our own destiny, and that I'm worried that we're not going to be able to get it done when we need to. Obviously, I hope that they prove me wrong. I hope that if we do remain competitive till late September, that we can win the games that we need to win to make the postseason. Be a real sneaking into the postseason job, as the Red Sox have been pretty much 500 most of the year. And this may sound like I'm just playing the underdog card, but I was in a server chat room someone was complaining that the Red Sox-Yankees game was on national television. Basically saying, but both, the Red Sox and Yankees were expected to be at the top of the division, but they're not. And first of all, no, nobody was expecting the Red Sox to be at the top of the division. Out of all the national publications I've seen, I challenge you to find me one. Find me one single publication or prediction that had the Red Sox in the postseason. The Red Sox, all of their projected win totals were high 70s, low 80s. So we're projected to be an about 500 team. The Yankees, maybe you could argue that for them, but not for the Red Sox. The Yankees win total, according to FanDuel, their win line was at 93.5. They're currently 60-63, which means in order to beat the over on that run line, they would have to go 34-5 the rest of the season. The Red Sox was at 78.5 through that same projection, which is a lot more achievable. I'm hoping that we can at the very least finish above 500 if we don't make the playoffs. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But not too much to complain about today. Again, pitching was solid. Hitting was great. I really can't find anything to complain about. I guess Justin Turner had kind of a crappy error at first base. Literally, the first thing I saw when I saw that ball go into right field was Casas makes that play. Casas definitely, I just feel like, makes that play. Turner hasn't played much first base. I mean, it was an emergency situation because it was a late scratch. But I'm glad that everyone was able to pick each other up today. The defense, other than that, looked pretty good. Yoshida was giving me fits in left field. It looked like every time he caught the ball, he kind of catches it low, almost like he's not picking it up until late in the ball's flight. So, and I know he's just generally not one of our better fielders. Duran made some nice running catches. And even on that play in center field, on the Judge home run, he climbed up the fence, like halfway up the fence, reached way over and missed the ball. And he like had his hands on his head right after, thinking like, oh, I should have caught that ball. To me it looked out, but until the replay I'm like, wow, he was only a foot or so away from making that play. That would have been the catch of the year, I think, for the Red Sox if he makes that play. But again, you want to give props to Connor Wong as well. Had a great day at the plate. Just the bottom of the order in general. Again, after last night, they went 1 for 20 yesterday outside of the top 4 hitters. 1 for 20 combined. Today, the bottom 3 hitters, 5 for 11 and 7 RBIs. So if that's not a difference, I don't know what is. The bottom 5 hitters outside of the top 4, the bottom 5 combined, 8 for 20 versus 1 for 20. So that's a marked difference. 7 of the 8 RBIs coming from the bottom 3 hitters. Reyes hitting .322 this season and has got his OPS above 800. Red Sox currently, this game, they had 6 players that are now hitting above 800 OPS. The Yankees, for instance, just have 1, which is, of course, Judge. And then Greg Allen had the other hit. He's hitting under 200. But again, the bullpen should be fresh. I'm actually thinking that we have a good shot to take a series sweep. And right now, the Red Sox, as I'm recording this, because the other games haven't really been played yet. As I'm recording this, the Red Sox are 2.5 games back of Seattle for the final wild card. Of course, this is all pending the games that happen tonight. I know a bunch of teams in the West Coast are playing some double headers because of the hurricane that's supposed to wreak havoc on California. So they're playing a bunch of double headers because they're assuming, the games are going to get washed out tomorrow. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We got tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a sweep, really get some momentum because we got Houston. Then we got the Dodgers coming to Boston. That'll be Mookie's return, his first game at Fenway since the trade. I looked earlier. Mookie Betts has 6.2 wins above replacement this year. Verdugo and Wong combined, aka who we got in the trade, have 4.9. So Mookie's been better, but about 1 win better than the returns we got. But it's nice to see them produce. Verdugo wasn't great today, but in the field was solid. 0 for 4 with a walk. But looked solid in the field at least. He played all right. Nothing really to complain about. And again, he played well yesterday, so it evens out. Again, today it was the top of the order yesterday, the bottom of the order, so it feels like everyone's contributing. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. That's all for this one. I'll make another one of these tomorrow. Go Sox.